I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl.
For now, these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Oh, by my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Ladies, good den, a word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us, couple it with something, make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me after that, ma'am, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort? What, dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us, look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick, here's that shall make you dance. Zounds, consort!
Either withdraw unto some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure.
Oh, well, peace be with you. Here comes my man. Romeo, the hate I bear towards thee can afford no better turn than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain I am none, therefore farewell, I see thou knowst me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest. I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou hearts canst devise till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Oh, come. Dishonorable, vile submission! Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives.
I am for you.
Mitil, Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Sir, your passato.
Mercutio, stop!
For shame, forbear this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince is expressly forbidden bandying in Verona streets. Oh, Tybalt! Good Mercutio.
I am hurt. A plague of both your houses. I'm sped. Oh. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What art thou hurt?
A scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. Go, Phil, and fetch a surgeon.
The hurt cannot be much.
No. 'Tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door. But 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave woman. Oh, help me in some house! Benvolio! Or I shall faint! A plague! Kill both your houses! They have made worms meat of me, I have it! And soundly too! Your houses!
This lady, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got her mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained by Tybalt's slander. Tybalt! That an hour hath been my kinsman. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and then my temper softened valor's steel.
Romeo! Brave Mercutio is dead!
This but begins the woe, others must end!
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again!
Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain! Away to heaven respective lenity, and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now! Now, Tybalt, take the villain back again, which late thou gavest me, for Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep her company, and that thou, or I, or both must go with her.
Thou wretched boy that didst consort her, shall with her heads
Shall it come in that? Tybalt.
Romeo, away, begone. The citizens are up, and Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee death if thou art taken hence. Begone, away.
Oh, I am fortune's fool!
Why dost thou stay?
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
O noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man slain by young Romeo that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt? Tybalt, my cousin. Oh, my brother's child. Oh, prince, cousin, husband, the blood is spilled. My dear kinsman. Prince, as thou art is true for blood of Harsha, blood of Montague! My cousin.
And Volio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt. Here slain whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair bade him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged with all your high displeasure. All this uttered with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast, who all his heart turns deadly point to point, and with a martial scorn, with one hand beats cold death aside, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold, friends, friends, part! And swifter than his tongue, his agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes. Underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, and to it they go like lightning, for ere I could draw to part them with stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
She's a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes her false. She speaks not true.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe? Not Romeo! Prince, he was Mercutio's friend! His fault concludes both the law should end, the life of Tybalt! And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses, therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he's found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body and attend our will. Mercy, but murders, pardoning those who kill.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steed, towards Phoebus' lodging, such a wagoner as Phaethon would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Come, gentle night. Come, loving black-brown night, give me my Romeo. And when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he shall make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will fall in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of love, but not possessed it. And though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day as is the night before some festival to an impatient child who hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news. And all the earth that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Now, nurse, what news? Ay me. What news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Ballet. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady. We are undone. Alack the day, he's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
And heaven be so envious.
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, whoever would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes. God save the mark here on his manly breast.
Oh, break my heart, poor bankrupt, break at once.
Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman. That ever should I live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead, my dear loved cousin and my dearer lord?
Tybalt's gone and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas the day it did. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo!
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is a shame to sit.
I speak well of him that killed your cousin.
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which you mistaking offer up to joy. My husband lives that Tybalt would have slain. And Tybalt's dead that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore weep I then? Some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but though it presses to my memory like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds, Tybalt's dead and Romeo is banished. That one word, banished, had slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was woe enough if it had ended there, or if sour woe delights in fellowship and needly will be ranked with other griefs. Why followed not when she said Tybalt's dead, thy father or thy mother, nay, or both, which modern lamentations might have moved? But with the rear ward following Tybalt's death, Romeo is banished. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. There is no end, no limit, measure, bound in that word's death. No words can that woe sound. Where is my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse. Will you go to them? I'll bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Come, nurse, I'll to my wedding bed. And death, not Romeo, take my maiden head.
Harkye, your Romeo will be here at night. I'll to him. He's hid in Lawrence's cell.
Oh, find him, and bid him come take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment? Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Thou cuttest my head off with a golden axe and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin! O rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law, and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
Torture, not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing may live here and look on her. But Romeo may not. More validity, more honorable state, more courtship lives in carrion flies than Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal immortal blessing from her lips, who even in pure and vestal modesty still blushes thinking their own kisses sent. But Romeo may not. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. And say'st thou the exile is not death? Hast thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death? Thou ne'er so mean, but banished. To kill me, banished, O friar. The damned use that word in hell. Howling attends it. How hast thou the heart? Thou being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver. And my friend professed to mangle me with that word. Banished.
Thou fond madman, hear me but speak a word!
Against thou speak of what thou dost not feel! Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightst thou speak. Then mightst thou tear thy hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, one knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself.
Not I. Unless the breath of heart-sick groans mist-like.
Hark how they knock! Who's there? Romeo, get up! Stay a while! Stand up! Run to my study, by and by, God's will, what simpleness is this? I come! Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Nurse, speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps and now falls on her bed and then starts up. And Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name shot from the deadly level of a gun did murder her. As that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Tell me, Friar. Tell me. What vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I may sack the hateful mansion.
What roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou art but lately dead. There art thou happy. But Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. That law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns it to banishment. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights up upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. But like a misbehaved and sullen wench, thou pounced upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look thou stay not till thy watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live, till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, Reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 1,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse. Commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Oh, Lord, I could have stayed all night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is. My lord, I will tell my lady you will come.
Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
But the joy past joy calls out on me. 'Twere a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we've had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we're born to die.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will. And know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she's mute up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I'll make a desperate contender to my child's love that I think she will be ruled. By me, nay more, I doubt it not. Wife, go to her airy goat's bed and acquaint her here of my son Paris's lover and bid her mark on you Wednesday next. But soft, what day is this?
It's Monday, my lord.
Monday? Well, Wednesday is too soon. Oh, Thursday! Thursday, tell her she shall be married to this noble earl.
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
We'll get you gone, oh Thursday, be it then. Wife, prepare her against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord, good night.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn. No nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east? I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it I. It is some meteor that the sun exhales. To be to thee this night a torchbearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content so thou wilt have it so. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is't my soul? Let's talk, it is not day.
It is, hie hence, be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Oh, now be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam,
Nurse,
your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
then window let day in and let life out.
Farewell, farewell, one kiss and now descend.
Art thou gone so, love, Lord, I, husband, friend? I must hear from thee every day in the hour. Oh, think'st thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve as sweet discourses in our time to come.
Methinks I see thee now that thou art below as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails or thou lookst pale.
And trust me, love, and my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Ho, daughter, are you up? Madam, I am not well.
Ever more weeping for your cousin's death?
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
Well, girl, thou weeps not so much for his death, as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain Romeo. We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not, then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram, that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I shall never be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart for a kinsman vexed? Madam, if you could find but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it.
Find thou a means, and I'll find such a man. But now I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the county Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee their joyful bride.
I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I shall not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now? Oh, conduit girl, what's still in tears? Ever more showering? How now, my wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives her thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft, take me with you, wife. How will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed? Unworthy is she that we have wrought? So worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom.
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate. That is meant love.
How now? How now, Chop Logic? What is this? Proud? I thank you not. And yet not proud me, mistress minion. You thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouding, but fiddle your fine joints against Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrion, out, you baggage, you towel face!
Fie, what are you, mad?
Father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage disobedience wrench! I tell thee what, get thee to church, O Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me, my fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child, but I now see this one is one too much, and we have a curse in having her. Out in her Hilding!
Good God in heaven, bless her! You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom, hold your tongue, good prudence, smarter your gossips go.
I speak no treason.
Oh God, ye got him.
May not one speak.
Base, you mumbling fool! Utter or grab your gossip's bowl, for here we need it not.
Far too hard.
God's bread, it makes me mad! Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, play, alone in my care celeste been, to have her matched and now providing a gentleman of noble parentage, fair demonents, youthful, nobly trained, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's thoughts would wish a man. And then to have a wretched polling fool, a whining mammoth, and her fortune's contender to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, I pray you, pardon me. Oh, but as you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look into it, think into it, I do not use to jest. Thursday is nearly hand and heart advised, and you be mine, I give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die the strat! For by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, bethink you, I'll not be restored!
Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month. A week? Or, if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me. for I'll not speak a word. Doest thou wilt? For I have done with thee.
Oh God, oh nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse.
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing. That he dares ne'er come back to challenge you, it needs must be by stealth. Since the case stands as it now doth, I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a disclout to him, an eagle, madam. Hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath. Beshrew my very heart, I think you happy in this second match. For it excels your first, and if it does not, your first is dead. Or 'twas good as he were, as living here, you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And my soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father, to Lawrence's cell to make confession and to be absolved.
Mary, I will, and this was wisely done.
Ancient damnation. O most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my Lord with that same tongue which ye have praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor. Thou and my bosom shall be twain. Out to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
Say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course. I like it not. Look, sir, here comes the lady towards my cell.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God's shield should I disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse thee. Till then, adieu. Keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door. And when thou hast done so, come weep with me, past hope, past cure, past help.
Aunt Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must and nothing may prorogue it on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, Friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. God joined my heart and Romeo's, thou our hands. Be not so long to speak, I long to die of what thou speakst. Speak not of remedy.
Hold then, daughter. I do spy a kind of hope. If, rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy. Hold then. Go home. Be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday's tomorrow. Tomorrow night look that thou lie alone. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off. When presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. For no pulse shall testify thou livest, but surcease. Each part, deprived of supple government, shall, stiff and stark and cold, appear like death. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death, thou shalt continue 42 hours, and awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Meantime shall I write to Romeo, that he should hither come, and that very night he and I will watch thy waking, and then he shall bear thee hence to Mantua.
Give me, oh tell me not of fear.
Hold. Get you gone. Be strong and prosperous.
Love, give me strength. Farewell, dear father. Come, Friar. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, no, this shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison, which the friar suddenly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonored because he married me before to Romeo? I fear it is. And yet methinks it should not, for he still hath tried been a holy man. How if, when I am in the tomb, I wake before the time come for Romeo to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or if I live, it is not very like the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of a place as in a vault, the ancient receptacle where for these many 100 years the bones of all my buried ancestors are packed, where bloody Tybalt yet but green in earth lies festering in his shroud, where, as they say, at some hours in the night spirits resort. Oh, look. Methinks I see my cousin's ghost seeking out Romeo that did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay. Romeo, I come. This do I drink to thee.
child. Take these keys and fetch more spices, nurse.
They call for dates and quinces in the pastry. Mistress. What mistress? Juliet. Fast I warned her she. Why, lamb. Why, lady. Fie, you a slug in bed. What, dressed? And in your clothes and down again. I must needs wake you, lady. 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 Alas. Alas. Help! Help! My lady's dead! Oh, the day ever I was born, Zamanga Vierte, my lord, my lady!
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Look, look, oh heavy day!
Oh, me. Oh, me, my child. My only life. Revive! Look up, or I will die with thee! Help! Help! Call for help!
For shame, bring Juliet forth, her lord is come.
She's dead! Deceased, she's dead, alack the day!
Alack the day. She's dead. She's dead! She's dead!
Let me see her. Death that hath ta'en her ties up my tongue and will not let me speak.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. O son, the night before thy wedding day, hath death lain with thy wife?
Have I longed to see this morning's face, and doth it give me such a sight as this?
O child, my soul and not my child. Dead art thou, alack, my child is dead! And with my child, my joys are buried.
Sir, you go in, and madam go with him. And go, Sir Paris. Everyone prepare to follow this fair course unto its grave. The heavens do lure upon you for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? Dost thou not bring me the letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
And she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and immortal power with angels' lives. I saw her laid low in kindred's vault, and presently to place to tell it to you. Pardon me for breathing this ill news since you did leave for my office, sir.
Is it even so?
I do beseech you, sir. Have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Such thou art deceived. Leave me. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone, I'll be with thee straight. Oh, Juliet? I will lie with thee tonight. What? Ho! Apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither. I see that thou art poor. Hold. There's 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, so soon speeding gears will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead, and that the trunk may be discharged of breath as violently as hasty powder fire doth hurry from the fatal cannon's wound.
Such mortal drugs I do have, but meant to alloy staff, to when he that utters them.
Thou so bare and full of wretchedness and fearest to die? Famine is in thy cheeks, need and oppression starveth in thine eyes. Contempt and beggary hangs upon thy back. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich, then be not poor, but break it, and take this.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you have the strength of 20 men, it shall dispatch you straight.
I sell thee poison. Thou hast sold me none. Farewell. Buy food and get thyself in flesh. Come. Cordial, not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there must I use thee.
Now must I to the monument alone. Within 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I will ride again to Mantua, and keep her closely at my cell till Romeo come. Poor living corse, closed in a dead man's tomb.
Give me that wrenching iron. Hold. Take this letter. Early in the morning shalt thou deliver it to my lord and father. Upon thy life I charge thee, whate'er thou hearest or seest, stand thou aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course.
I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that. Live, and be prosperous. And farewell, good fellow.
For all the same I had me hear about. His looks I fear, his intents I doubt.
Ah, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh, you the doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss. A dateless bargain to engrossing death. Here's to my love. Oh, apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus with a kiss, I die.
St. Francis be my speed. Off tonight if my old feet stumbled at graves. Who's there?
Here's one, a friend, and one that knows you well.
Let's be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what torch is yon that lends his light to grubs and eyeless skulls? As I discern it burneth in the capel's monument.
I doubt so, holy sir. And there's my master, one that you love.
Who?
Romeo.
How long hath he been there?
Well, half an hour.
Go with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir. My master knows not, but I'm gone hence, and fearfully to menace me with death if I'd stay and look in his intents.
Stay then. Fear comes upon me. Well, much I fear some ill unlucky thing. Romeo? Romeo? Oh, pale. Who else?
Oh, comfortable Friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Lady, come from that nest. A greater power than we can comprehend hath thwarted our intents. Come away! Thy husband, in thy bosom there lies dead. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet! I dare no longer stay.
Go get thee hence, for I will not away. What's this? A cup enclosed in my true love's hand? Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Churl, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. will kiss thy lips, haply some poison doth hang on them. Thy lips are warm. Yea, noise. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rust, and let me die.
This is the place where the torch doth burn. Go! Tell the prince, run to the Capulets, raise up the Montagues, some other search!
Here's Romeo's friend. We found her in the churchyard.
Hold her in safety till the prince come hither.
Here is a friar that trembles, sighs, and weeps.
A great suspicion. Stay the friar too.
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning's rest?
What should it be that they so shriek abroad?
The people in the streets cry Romeo, some Juliet, and I'll run with open-eyed cry toward our monument.
What fear is this which startles in our ears?
Sovereign, here lies Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before warm and new killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Here is a friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man with instruments upon them fit to open these dead men's tombs.
Oh, heavens. Oh, wife, look how our daughter bleeds. This dagger hath for Lowe's house is empty on the back of Montague, and it beceased in my daughter's bosom.
Oh, me.
Oh, thou untaught, what madness is in this? To press before thy father to a grave!
Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest, able to do least, yet most suspected, as the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder. Yet here I stand, both to impeach and purge, myself condemned and myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as is a tedious tale. Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet. And she, there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday. Was untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city? For whom? And not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have married her perforce to county Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise some means to rid her of the second marriage. Or in my cell there would she kill herself. Then gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which took effect as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death. Meantime I writ to Romeo that he should hither come as the dire knight to help to take her from her borrowed grave, being the time the potion's force should cease. But he which bore my letter Was stayed by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. Then, all alone at the prefixed hour of her waking, came I to take her from her kindred's vault, meaning to keep her closely at my cell till Romeo come. Some minute ere the time I got here, here untimely lay true Romeo dead. She wakes, and I entreat her come forth and bear this work of heaven with patience. But a noise did scare me from the tomb, and she, too desperate, would not go with me, but as it seems did violence on herself. All this I know. To the marriage her nurse is privy. And if aught in this miscarried by my fault, let my old life be sacrificed some hour before this time unto the rigor of the severest law.
We still have known thee as a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What can he say in this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death. And then in post, he came from Mantua to the same place, to the same monument. And then he early bid me give his father and threatened me with death. Going in the vault, I left him there.
This letter doth make good of the friar's words, the course of their love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die, and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that the heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. All are punished.
Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand, for this is my daughter's jointure, for no more I can demand.
But I can give thee much more. I will raise her statue in pure gold. That which Verona by that name is known. There shall no figure at such rate be set of that in true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo by his lady's lie pour sacrifice of our enemy.
Glowing peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show its head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.